1.1, but you can change it. It all depends. But the standard out of the box is 0.1.1.
How was that for you guys?
It looked good to me. Like it's not completely full screen, but I mean it still looked good. It was probably about 75%. It was boxed, you know.
Yeah.
But it still looked good.
Yeah, like right now it's at 360, but I don't think I can get it higher than that. I've tried, but it's just not going.
What's the max melee hit KBD can hit?
No,
like
I don't
20
know.
something.
What? You could go into your router though and just play around with the settings and see if there's anything in there that might be. Like I said, it's just the 192.168.1.1, and then it'll load this little login.
Sorry.
And if you've never
Do you want to say that one more
set a
time?
login, here I'll send it to you in chat. Hold on.
Yeah, thanks. Like I've recently connected to that, but I can't remember all those numbers. Yeah, because if I have the option to go into a 5 gigahertz, that might help.
I'll be back in a bit.
Hey, dude. Peace. Yeah, it's actually showing up to the 0.0.1, not the 1.1. Fuck, what's that admin password?
Maybe that's the default for Canada, because I think Prod's in Canada too, actually. So that might be why. In the States, though, it's 0.1.1. But I just sent you the info on how to get into it. And like I said, a login screen may appear, and you can either just Google what your router is and Google default login information, and because every brand has its own. Or you can just try the suggestions I sent. Usually it'll just be administrator or admin for the username, and then the password will be blank, or the password will also be admin or administrator. It varies.
Oh, that's fucked. I don't think I've fucked with the credentials of it.
Yeah, well, it's probably just the default. Then every router has a default, so people can't just go into it. Like mine. Like I changed the router's IP on mine just in cases, I guess. So people, like if somebody's at my house, and it'll never happen, but nobody can get into it except for me, essentially, because I changed the IP address on it, and it's not the standard.
Yeah, I really don't
know. Well, what's your router? What kind of router is it?
Let me check.
Get the model number too.
So the router I have is a D-Link.
Did you get the model on it?
DIR 1750.
Let me see what I can find quick. Link you said?
Yeah, like even when I look on the back of it, it says to leave the field blank for the password, and it's still not coming up. I don't think I fucked with the.
Okay, the username is admin, and there is no password. So type in admin and leave the password blank.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and it's not going.
Did your cable company set that up by any chance?
No, it was me.
I think. 'Cause if you never change the login credentials, then it should just be the default.
Yeah, I'm like 100%.
You didn't do no capitals, no spaces, because it has to be exactly ADMIN, no spaces, no caps, and then the password is nothing.
No, fuck. Too many password attempts.
Is the login screen, does it say the D-Link is on the very top, it's on the top left and it's orange and all that shit?
Not orange, but black. It has the correct model name and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean,
All right, I'm in. Yeah, so there was a different password. Yeah, so like there was the default router settings, but then there's like a specific one for this model, and I got it.
oh, there's a password for that model?
Yeah, like a
Okay,
jumble
yeah,
of
there.
letters and numbers.
Okay, so you got it. You got into it then?
Yep, I got it.
Cool. Yeah, and you can, like, with some routers, what you can do is you can give priority. You can give priority bandwidth to a device or a set IP address as well. And since you're connected, you should see your device in the settings. And you can, on a lot of routers, anyways, there's an option to give your computer the priority. So that means if anybody else is on it, it'll always give you, you all have seniority on anything, any connections, downloading, et cetera, et cetera. So that could help with your broadcasting or your streaming.
Okay. So that would be under.
I've never worked with the D-Link personally, so I'm not really sure how the interface looks. But I mean, generally, they're all the same, just displayed differently. So you would need to look under either your DHCP settings or it would be under the router broadcast under the 2.4. It might be under the SSID. Like, just look in those areas. And then you should find some kind of setting to prioritize an IP address.
You said DHCP?
Yeah, it may be under there. And if it's not on there, it could be under with the SSID stuff, which is just the broadcast name of the router.
Okay. Yeah, just gotta wait. Changing something like I have to wait 30 seconds for it to save shit. I'm not sure why.
Give me 1 sec. I gotta feed my cat quick.
So how would I enable the 5 gigahertz?
Enable what?
Like the 5 gigahertz connection.
So it should. What you'd have to do, you probably have to check under that would probably be under the SSID. And there should be an option. You might not even have an SSID set for the 5 gigahertz connection. But before, you could just enable it anyways for people that do, but your laptop may not even support it. But go under SSID and look, there should be an option on the, it'll say dual, like a dual bandwidth or something, and there'll be like a drop down box for your 2.4 and your 5. And what you would need to do is give the 5 gigahertz bandwidth. You'd have to give it an SSID, which is just, the name that you see when you're looking for connections. And you would set that and set it to open. So, set it so it's visible. I mean, not open, and then set a password to it if it's not already broadcasting it.
Okay. This is confusing as fuck.
What I could do, I gotta lay a little man down for a nap here, but it's up to you. But what we could do is we could do a computer chair, and through the Microsoft it has it, and then gives me control of your computer for mine, and then while you're sitting there you can see it, and then I can try to go in there and do it for you if you want.
Could be an option.
That's up to you though. Or like I said, you can just try to look under the SSID settings, and there should be something in there about enabling, like, there'll be options for the 5 gigahertz broadcast. It's got to be under the SSID information.
What would the SSID information be under? Like, is there something that it would, like, an umbrella term for it?
Usually it's, trying to think what it would be under. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but usually it has its own setting. Hold on, let me see if I can look up on your router, see if I can figure out where it is in D-Link routers. Okay, click. Let me see, you got your password. Okay, click on manual wireless network setup. Wait, no, don't do that actually. Hold on. I'm trying to find where the menu navigation is, what it would be under. Okay, here's the link. Okay, do you have something called under there on the left called wireless settings?
I do now. Yes. So, like, what my Wi-Fi would be coming up as?
So you go to wireless settings, and then there should be, after you click on, there should be an option for, well, I'm trying to see. Okay, here we go. So yeah, you need to go into manual wireless network setup. There should be an option for that. You see that?
No, I don't even see that. So it'd be manual wireless setup?
Manual wireless network setup, it says, for D-Link. That's so stupid how, like, the one I'm looking at anyways, like, that's, with other routers, it's a lot easier to get to this part. I don't know why D-Link buries it. Like I said, though, I've never worked with D-Link personally.
Yeah, this is, like, I can see how it would be, like, kind of user-friendly, but really hard to fucking navigate.
Well, and it's really, they don't try to make it too, because most people have no idea your average Joe has no idea you can go into your router and do what you're doing right now.
Exactly.
But the magic cable man does it with his witchcraft, basically, is what they think.
Okay, so, like, I'm under network settings. Would that be it?
No, need to go. Well, maybe it's in there, but there should be a wireless settings.
Yeah, like there is a wireless option, but like what would I be looking for under this?
Go on screen share. Bring up screen share, and I can help you from there. That'd be
A video call. Would it be under voice call? Oh, screen share. Yeah. Okay. See, I don't know why, but Discord, like it was working for me to stream everything. Now it's like I can't do anything with it. Yeah, like nothing's showing up. Oh fuck. You there, Poppy?
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing is showing up for my streaming on Discord.
that's
Like,
there's got it there. It's in there somewhere where you'll be able to look at your dual band, the 2.4 and the 5, and to set an SSID for the 5 gigahertz. I don't. It's got to be in there somewhere. It should be under wireless settings. I don't know why there isn't a wireless, because under network settings, that's more where you'll be able to like set static IPs and shit like that. Stuff you don't really need to mess with.
Holy shit, this is like a really weird interface. So I found out where I can give priority to my laptop.
Oh, there you go.
It's like, it's super weird though. Like I have to drag my laptop to like the highest priority.
Yeah, that's one way they'll usually do it. There's no like universal interface for router settings. I mean, it's all the same, but it's all spread out differently.
Clearly.
Did you see anywhere in your router for SSID settings?
I haven't seen that at all.
Yeah, see there, it's got to be in there because you have to have the ability to set an SSID. Come on, bud, let's go.
Like it wouldn't be a DFS channel, would it?
Let me give you a call back here in about 20 minutes or so. I gotta lay my low man down quick.
Yeah, no
But
problem.
just keep looking for SSID. It'll be under there, and there'll be an option or some form of an option to set up your 5 gigahertz broadcast and set an SSID, which is just a fancy way of saying a name for the connection.
Okay.
So just keep looking for that, and I'll call you as soon as I get him down.
Thank you very much.